Peace everyone, Unmask here, and welcome to day 26 of Inktober. Today's official prompt is dark. Yesterday was tasty, so let me go ahead and share your tasty drawings from yesterday's prompt. Don't forget to share your drawings from today in the Unmask family Facebook group so that I can share them. I've been really enjoying seeing everyone's work this over the month of Inktober. So thank you guys so much for submitting your work. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Don't forget to pick up your Unmask Family hoodie. I have a link for that in the description if you want to get yourself a cool hoodie. I have mine on the way, and I appreciate those of you that have purchased them already, so thank you for that. I hope they get to you quickly and they're nice and warm and comfy. Yeah. Anyways, today, as promised, yesterday I said that I was going to draw Diane, and that is exactly who I'm going to draw today. So I'm just going to get right into it, and if you guys have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask. Always happy to take on some questions. Hey there, Shiny and Gundam. Good to see you guys in the chat already. Another Diane is another glasses wearing individual. So that will put us at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, almost half. I think there's 41. Well, excluding the 5 pets. So there's like a little over 30, I guess, like 35. So almost half of you are wearing glasses, which is kind of funny. It's coming down to the final days of Inktober. I really can't even comprehend how fast it went. It really did go by quickly. I hope you guys have been having fun this month, having as much fun as I have. I was originally, I got a comment yesterday asking if I could do a live stream a little bit later on the weekend. So tomorrow I'm actually going to change the time that I do the live stream tomorrow, and I'll do it a little bit later in my day to accommodate. Since it is the last week, we have what? 5 days left? We only have 5 days left of Inktober. That's crazy. I can't even remember what the 5th day of Inktober felt like. We barely had any family members drawn in the family portrait here, and now the page is so full I have to be careful not to fill it up too quickly. Good morning, Jules and Ava. I decided to give Diane blushies on her cheek. There's a few individuals I gave blushies to. Janice here, Barbara, and Priya. They all have blushies. Hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. I realize it's only Saturday, but hopefully you had a nice Friday. Nice relaxing Friday. Must be a slow Saturday today. Not too many of you in the chat. I got an email yesterday also with my tracking information for the supplies from Jackson's. And I was really hoping that I would get the starter pack for Peaceful Pastels before Inktober was over, so that I could share the supplies on the stream. But if they do come, it might be the very last day of Inktober, so I might not be able to share the supplies, but hopefully they'll come before I live stream on Thursday, which they should, because on Thursday I'll be live streaming in the evening. When using pastel pencils, do I need the brush pad thing, or can I blend with a Q-tip? Personally, what I like to blend with, my favorite thing to blend with when I'm using pastel pencils is just a regular graphite pencil smudger. This is what I like to use to blend. You could probably use a Q-tip. I'm sure it would work perfectly fine. But this, I think, is going to give you a little bit more accuracy as far as like how you blend. Since a Q-tip is a little bit wider, I like being able, to have these tips. And this is just a cheap pencil smudger. You can usually find these in packs of like 10 or 20 for just a couple dollars. So no more than what you'd spend on a pack of Q-tips, really. And this is what I like. You don't have to use the sponge thingy. Gotcha. Thank you. I'm glad you like my family portrait here. I swear your voice would be my morning alarm. Thank you, Sergio. I figured out where I was going to put Diane, but now I forget. I think I was going to put her right up here beside Noelani. Like, I think I was going to go here-ish. Like right, I don't know. Something, I think like right here. Yeah, I think right there. I think that's where I'm gonna put her. And I'm gonna cut this really quick. Make it a little bit smaller. And let's see here. So I was gonna put her like this, I think. Yeah. Just like that. And I'll tape that down because I thought of a a better way of doing this. So because when I add the graphite to the back to transfer the line art, I can't see as well. So if I tape down the bottom, I can just flip it upside down and it stays in place really well. There we go. And then I'll do that, and I'll just grab my graphite. Let's see, where's... all the way down here. Oh, you're welcome, Jules. Yeah, absolutely. Happy Inktober to you, Prof Mesh. I'm surprised at how clean and pristine the paper is still looking after almost a month of hard work and sweat. Well, there are a few minor ink smudges on the paper, but yeah, it's not too bad looking. There's a couple spots where I kind of messed up a little bit. I need to sharpen this pencil, it's a little dull. Forget what I used this pencil for that made it dull down so much. It was like a few days ago or something. It was like the sharpest pencil I own, because I've been using it like this on the side, just constantly sharpening it. Oh, hi there, Linda. Do I have any tips on making a YouTube channel? Oh, that's a fun question. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can really only talk kind of about art channels, but I suppose I could generalize it a little bit if you're not planning on making an art channel specifically. You know, there's a lot of YouTube channels that discuss tips specifically on making, you know, good YouTube channels and being successful and gaining subscribers and all of that. But what I kind of wish I could do, I just don't have the personality to have a successful YouTube channel, like one of those major successful ones. Because I like to just do a lot of different things, and I feel like the most successful channels are the ones that are consistent with what they create. And so what I would recommend is find that like one or two thing that you can be really, really consistent at creating, and just keep creating that type of content. And let's say, I mean, if you're thinking about starting an art channel, what I would say is find your favorite art channel. Even if my channel is your favorite art channel, don't follow my lead on what to do with your channel, because I don't have a very successful channel. But you know, find a channel that you like what they create and they are successful, and just copy what their success is. You know, figure out what their figure out what their strategy is. Write it down. You know, do they figure out like the length of their videos, how they format their videos, and pay attention to, you know, their most viewed and most liked videos, and figure out what they're doing to create that content. And then whatever kind of content that you want to create, just kind of mirror what they're doing. Not, and I don't mean to say copy what they're doing. I mean to say, you know, there's a lot of really successful YouTube channels, and if you're looking to create a successful YouTube channel, then you're going to want, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to use the techniques and the strategies that these channels have already, you know, established that work, and just mirror them. And once people start to catch on to your channel, it will just grow organically from there. The other thing, you know, a lot of the successful YouTube channels, they just do things that I'm not willing to do. Not to say that what they do is a bad thing or anything. It's just, I just can't bring myself to be somebody that I'm not. And so my YouTube channel is just me being 100% me. I'm not any different in person. And I know from my entire life experience that I don't have the most what's that? I don't even know. Approachable personality. I don't really have the most approachable personality, and so I'm kind of shocked that my channel's ever gotten as big as it is, and that the fans that I do have really enjoy my company as they watch my videos and my live streams, because that was not my life before YouTube. And so I still find that rather comical. But fortunately for me, I have something that a lot of people don't have, and that's a voice that people like to listen to. So that's one thing I have going for me, and I try to work off of that assumption. So I don't upload videos anymore that don't have me talking in them. Even though it takes a lot more time for me to create such a video, I like to spend that extra time because people prefer to hear me talking. So I do what I can with what I have. But I'm very inconsistent with my content. That's the biggest downfall to my channel. You know, there's my biggest video, I spent about 3 weeks working on and writing a script and, you know, recording and editing it, and it's the how to blend colored pencil tutorial. That's my most successful video to date. It has a little over 1 million views, and I don't like making content like that. I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I'm not motivated to create content like that, because when I made my YouTube channel, it was always a hobby. I just liked making videos and drawing and painting, of course. And if you go all the way back to the beginning of my YouTube channel, all it was time lapses of me making stuff, you know, drawing and painting. And I liked making videos like that. That was like why I got interested in doing YouTube videos in the first place, because I just liked doing videos like that. And over the years, it's evolved into almost just random videos at this point, because I have no consistency with the kind of content that I create. And the content the kind of content that does well on YouTube for art channels is not the kind of content that I like creating. So that's a little bit of a problem. So it holds me back from being a really successful channel. Because I mean, there's several YouTube channels that I'm aware of that specifically cater to that specific type of content, somewhat art, tutorial, sensationalism, and I just, even though it makes them extremely successful and it probably makes them thousands upon thousands of dollars, I would rather be myself than make that kind of content. I know I'm getting a little off topic as far as tips on starting a YouTube channel. I guess it started with tips on, starting a YouTube channel into my personal experience and ethics behind my own YouTube channel. Anyways, yes, you're welcome. Oh, hey there, Diane. Good morning. Oh goodness, 4 a.m. I'm sorry. I should have live streamed later, but I got your line art here transferred, so I'm gonna start inking. Once I one quick question. Yes, I am drawing certain people. Oh, thank you, Diane. The cute girl with the Neko ears, yes, that is Noelani wearing her headphones that have ears. Can I draw you? I can't guarantee that I will be able to get to you, but if you go to the Unmask Family Facebook page and you find the thread where everybody shared their picture, then there is a possibility. The list is pretty short right now, so I don't know how many people are left on that list for me to draw, but I'm trying to get through as many people as possible. Anyways, I've loved watching your videos and live streams ever since I started watching them, and I've learned so much. You inspired me to start doing art again after 50 years. Well, thank you, Linda. I'm glad to hear that you're inspired to do art again, because that's the best feeling in the world for me, to know that I've inspired people to, pick up their pens and pencils and brushes again and start creating something. I have to draw you upside down because I can't reach across the paper in ink. It's too hard. This is the hardest part about doing this project, is that I just can't reach anything. I kind of wish I would have slid everybody down a little bit, and I had a little bit more room up top. But I guess in the end it's not going to really make that big of a difference. Oh, hey, Chrissy. I don't know if I if I said hello to you. I saw you come into the chat, but I think I was saying something. I forgot to say hello. I saw that you're streaming tomorrow. I didn't know that you were streaming tomorrow. I'll have to double check the time in which you're streaming so that I don't overlap the live stream tomorrow. like I almost did the other day, because I swear you changed you changed time zones or something. Because I feel like your live streams are just at a completely different time, and I can't get on schedule. This live stream is going very quickly. I've gotten in such a good groove doing these chibis. I'm looking forward to coloring everyone, and then hopefully next year starting the live stream series of creating a coloring book, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just go for it. I mean, so many of you have supported the idea of doing a coloring book that I just don't think I can ignore it. I think I have to do a coloring book. Maybe I'll keep it like relatively small to start off. You know, I won't do like a huge coloring book. And I was thinking, I was thinking like I could put us into like different scenes, like sitting down at a coffee shop, or hanging out, watching Netflix or something, like sitting on a couch, or you know playing a sport outside or something, just different activities, and that way I can have like background objects and just other kind of random stuff in the scene, as opposed to just a chibi coloring book. It would be more of like just a more interesting coloring book, I guess, with scenery and background and all of that stuff. And if I do a more complex coloring book like that, what I think I might do is just start off with like a 10-page coloring book. I mean, 10 pages doesn't seem like a lot, but if I make the drawings complex enough and interesting and intricate enough, then it will take a long time to just color one page. And because the way I think about it is, if I were to do like 24 pages, or try to get like 30 pages done or something like that, within next year, that's 2 to 3 full-fledged drawings every month for the entire year, and that's a lot of work. And so I'm thinking, well, maybe if I just constrain it to 10, really, just with a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Maybe what you guys can help me with later on when I start doing this is you can come up with like spaces and activities and scenes that I can incorporate us into. And then I'll just work on those scenes and just add a bunch of details. Like if we're sitting in the library, I could have like a desk with chairs and bookshelves and a stack of books, and maybe we could have like cups on the table, or just an endless amount of different objects that could be put into the scene to just make it fun and interesting. Yeah, so you guys can help me pick out like what kind of objects will be in the scene, and the scenes themselves, like what we should be doing in the picture. And I think 10 pages of that would be a good starting point. That would let me figure out how I can get the coloring book published, if I can get it on good paper, and all of those details that are no fun to figure out. Also to see how well they sell, that would be a pretty big deal, because I know a print run on a self-published book. I mean, it's not cheap. It's not. And even with just 10 pages, I don't think it's going to be very cheap. It's probably going to be a couple $1,000s, to be honest with you. And well, if they don't sell, then that would make it pretty hard to justify doing. So I think starting with just 10 pages is going to be ideal, and that should let me finish it well before 2020 is over, so I can get that stuff printed and sent out well before the year is underway. Simple. Are you trying to say simple coloring pages are best for people who want to color? You could do a page in which everyone is frustrated as all heck trying to get good reference photos. Yeah, that would be super relatable. That's like a massive project. You could have our friends come on board and enjoy the journey. Yeah. Well, I think I will commit to doing a coloring book next year, and on top of that, I'll do I'll of course be doing the pastel course. I'll be doing peaceful pastels. That's probably going to be my main focus, though. At least once I get things, set up and prepared. But I think the coloring book, the coloring book will probably be live streams. So I'll work on the coloring book on live streams, and that will probably be like a weekly thing, maybe. I have a few new plans for next year, some of which involve kind of updating my Patreon. I'm gonna start accepting more private students next year, and I'll probably make like a video announcing Patreon or whatever, because I've had Patreon for like 3 years now, and I've never made a video, like a trailer or a promotional video for my Patreon. I try to mention my Patreon in my videos, but I'm terrible at marketing. I'm terrible at marketing, not because I don't know how to do it, but because I just don't like to do it. It's yeah. Could it be downloadable book, or is it better to do print? I don't know. What do you guys think? That's a really good idea. If I were to do the coloring book and just turn it into a printable PDF file that I have on my website, would you prefer a physical book that you purchase and it gets shipped to you, or would you prefer a digital PDF file that you're going to be responsible for getting printed out? if you need to get it printed out, at least you would have the selection of paper that you want it to be printed on. You could always take it to one of those office stores and have them printed on whatever paper you want. But yeah, that, I mean, I have of course thought of that, Diane, but I don't know, the idea of having like an actual physical book always kind of appealed to me. So what do you guys think? Would you prefer, because if you have the printable PDF, you can just keep printing off the same page over and over again. You know, if you want to color it over, or you messed up and you need to start over, you can just print off another one, and you just print it a billion times, as much as you wanted. And in the case of a physical book, you know, you can only color it once before you have to buy it again. You know, so if you mess up, that's it. Do both? I think actually, I really like the idea of the printable version. You know, I never really had any problems like uploading something to my website and you guys buying it. You know, I mean, people still constantly buy stuff from my website, my courses and whatnot. So maybe, I mean, that could be a good idea to just gauge how much interest there is in it. So maybe what I'll do, because if I make one coloring book and it does well, then that justifies doing another coloring book, I think. And, you know, doesn't it? So what I'll do, I'll put together a 10-page coloring book, and I will sell it on my website as a PDF download that you can print off as much as you want. And if it does well enough, then I'll consider turning it into a physical book. But when I turn it into a physical book, I'll add 10 more pages or something like that. So maybe that's what will be the best route to take, is to start off with the digital download, see how it does, and if it does well enough that I think I can justify doing a physical book, I'll do that. Yeah, I know what you mean, Shiny. I mean, I would have to trust that the people that, you know, spend their money to buy the digital download aren't just going to share the files with other people. I mean, that is the risky part of doing the digital download. I mean, look at music, for instance. Music, honestly, nobody buys music anymore. They just pay for the subscriptions on Spotify and whatever people listen to music on. I mean, I just listen to music on YouTube, so I don't ever buy music. I just try to support the bands that I listen to by going to their shows, because that's where they make their real money. But yeah, I think that's a good plan. I think that's a pretty solid plan. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Diane. Kind of do the digital version, and then, because if I do the physical version, like I said, I'll add more pages to it, and that will be, I think that will be incentive enough to get the physical version, you know, having the extra pages. Oh, hey there, Mara. Good morning. I'm actually just finishing up. The inking is done. Diane, you are successfully added to the family portrait. So here everyone is. So I'm going to name everyone off, because I was looking at it and I was actually struggling with Gabriella, which is kind of ironic, because I said that I'd never forget her name because it's the same name as my mother-in-law, and if I forgot that name, that would be a problem. Anyways, Linda, Lily, Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Steve, Sergio, Desert Prince, Precious, Mayank, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Sandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara, Apollo, Ash, Jessica, Priya, Clover, Shiny, Gabor, Myra, Oksana, Mache, Shell, Mac, Gabriella, Gina, Martha, Noelani, and then last but not least, Diane. So that is everyone. I'll do it one more time. So pay attention, because you guys are responsible for knowing everybody's name just like me. Linda, Lily, Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Steve, Sergio, Desert Prince, Precious, My Young, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Sandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara, Paulo, Ash, Jessica, Priya, Clover, Shiny, Gabor, Myra, Oksana, Mache, Shell, Mac. I feel like I said his name wrong last time. I don't know why. Gabriella, Gina, Martha, Noelani. Oh, still struggle to pronounce her name. I've said it a million times. And then Diane. Yes, so that's all like 42. I think that's 42 names. I'm not going to count right now. It's a lot of names, okay? And you all should be thoroughly impressed that I can remember all of them. Lindy. Did I say Linda here? This is Linda. This is Linda. This is Lindy. Lindy, Lily. Maybe it sounded like Linda. I'm pretty sure I said Lindy. I said it pretty quickly. I'll take your word for it. Yes, this is Lindy. I shouldn't have put these three so close together. It's Lindy, Lily, and Linda. Too many names. It's easy to mess up the last syllable. Oh yeah, you're right, Diane. Yeah, I'll make sure that my signature is on the coloring pages. But anyways, before I go, let me just quickly say one more time, don't forget to pick up your Unmask Family hoodie. And yeah, and that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll schedule the live stream a little bit later tomorrow, probably my afternoon or something like that. And yeah, if I don't get to see you tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of your weekend and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.